Like, literally, I was so tired from traveling yesterday. Like, Dee was all excited, and I was like, bitch, I just want to sleep. And so this morning, calm your ass down.
Basically. I was excited!
This sounds really cliche, but cheers to new beginnings.
Yes.
And seeing each other more often because we'll be on the same continent.
And cheers to health and wealth.
Yes, and cheers lots of wealth.
And love. And lots of love.
Hey? Sex.
Okay, so you were just sharing just some of the problems that have arisen with your relationship arise mainly from, it being interracial.
So I think like when I envision myself with somebody or the love of my life, I never envisioned a white guy.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with Thomas because he's my best friend. I mean, he's my best friend before he's my lover.
Yeah.
And I think like we spent so much time with each other, but we didn't really know about each other's backgrounds. And the more we started talking, and he visited me in California in April, and then I spent a month here in Amsterdam after that. We started becoming more familiar with each other's backgrounds. And it's not like he's racist or anything like that, but he is wealthy, he's white, he's a guy, and I think he just sees the world from a different perspective than I do. So I think like sometimes he'll say something or he won't say something, and I think a lot of our arguments is because he doesn't say something. It seems like he's passive to whatever's going on, and then I get annoyed, and then I have to kind of explain to him why it bothers me because he doesn't see it right away immediately. And the thing, I used to get really frustrated before because I'm like, but why don't you see it? Like, why don't you see it immediately? Or like, why don't you understand why I'm upset? But I also have to understand that he grew up in a small town in the Netherlands, and they're all white, and they're all blonde, and they have a lot of money. And I grew up, my parents are immigrants, we've never had a lot of money. I've just had a different way of living my whole life. Like, I've had to think of every single thing I do when I feel like sometimes he just does things and he doesn't really think about the consequences, if that makes sense. And I think it's hard for me to relate to people like that. So I think that like has caused a lot of friction in our relationship, but at the end of the day, we really just want to learn about each other and like change who we are to make it work. So it works out.
What motivated you guys to want to make it work?
I don't know. I think it's just love. I think we really love each other. That sounds so corny.
No,
but it's just the only real answer. Like, really, I love him so much. Mm-hmm. Like, he's my best. He's a really good guy. And the thing is, like, he's gotten so emotional when I tell him, like, you don't fucking get it, like, you're white, how the fuck are you gonna get it? You don't get what I'm going through, you don't get what we go through. And he gets so emotional. Like, for me to see tears in his eyes when I get emotional, that means that he really wants to change.
That's
the biggest thing.
Yeah, but he just can't. It's hard.
It's gonna take time.
It does.
Like, we've gotten into
Might not even get it.
No, he's never gonna get it fully, maybe. And also, it's not something that'll happen overnight. Like, we've been dating for a year and a half. Yeah. So it was really cute because when we were in Colombia, like a few months ago, we got into an argument about like just race stuff again.
Yeah.
And no, actually we didn't get into an argument. We were talking about like our careers and what we want to do with our lives. And I was like, I don't know, I just want to make a difference in the world, and that sounds cheesy and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I do want to do something for people in the world. Yeah. I want to either change the way people think or change the way people act and make decisions for the better. And then I remember he told me, well, one thing you can take solace is that you're changing the way that I think every single day. And I was like, that means so much to me because for me it's like, he could very much be like, okay, you do it your way and I'll do it my way, and I'm never going to understand, but he doesn't. I think I really respect the fact that he really tries to understand, and he gets not just as emotional, but he gets emotional when I talk to him about these things, which shows that he really cares, and that he's like, I have to rethink my entire life. Like, he's like, I've had an identity crisis since I met you. Wow. And I'm like, I've had an identity crisis my whole life. Honestly. Because for him, it's like, for them, the beauty standard is a European beauty standard. Yeah. For me, it's brought out a lot of insecurities in me about who I am, because I know over here, especially in the Netherlands and in Scandinavia and
Yeah, literally.
the beauty standard
Western.
is blonde and white and blue eye. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that Western beauty ideal. And it's a beauty ideal that people worship all over the world because Europe has set the beauty ideal. Like
Yeah.
in Bangladesh, where my parents are from, you're automatically much more beautiful if you have fair skin and you have blonde hair. Like if you're dark,
automatically.
automatically. If you're dark, you're never gonna get a husband. Like that's the way that they think. And why is that? Because of the way the Western powers have colonized the world.
Yeah, like even like in Africa too, like white people are seen the most beautiful when they're minority, which
I think
is so
Asia
weird.
as well. Like they don't want to get
Asia
tan.
as well.
Yes,
And they sell
do you know how many
lightening creams.
black people there are in Vietnam and Thailand and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Even Pakistan, there are like black people,
Yeah.
but like people don't show them because that's not how they want it to be portrayed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
So I think like when I started dating him, I was like, fuck, like I don't think I meet that beauty standard. At all.
This is different,
Yeah, he is different, but also he has a lot of prejudices entrenched in him that he doesn't even realize he does.
Yeah.
You know, like to him, he's like, I'm not racist. Like I'm fair and equal, and I think all women are beautiful. And like, but I'm like, you're saying that, but I think you have a lot of prejudices that are entrenched in your subconscious that you don't even realize that you have.
Yeah.
Like, I think those are the things we brought out. I brought out in him at least, and he's brought out stuff in me too. But I don't know. I think that's definitely been our biggest challenge, though. Like in my relationship, I think it just comes with interracial relationships.
I think every interracial. I don't think not the first couple.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like not a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing because we see like to me interracial couples like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. You guys learn so much about your
Breaking
culture and
the
stuff like
mold,
that. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, your baby's gonna be so cute. But then again, we don't like see what's behind closed doors, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people go through exactly what you guys go through, but they're just afraid to say that because like we live in 2018, we're not supposed to have this kind of
I think people should talk about it.
Of course.
Because the thing is, like, a lot of interracial couples, they don't even talk about it themselves. It becomes a problem later.
When the family gets involved.
Yeah.
When they meet the family, they're
because
like...
they feel bad that there is a problem about it. Like, oh, it shouldn't be a problem. We're just people.
We love
But
each
it's like,
other.
it's okay to acknowledge, like, we have differences.
I think that is so healthy to do that because that point will come, but y'all might see the differences and then you guys just end up breaking up.
Exactly.
It's too late because you guys are right now in that phase in your relationship where you're just like still learning about each other, still growing with each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's so important for you guys to kind of like just acknowledge the issues you guys have. So so like in the future when you guys decided to go to the next level, this won't even be a problem.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
is just something that you guys already talked about when you guys were like 20s. Now you're 30, It's exactly.
It's better to talk about it now because my mom's brother married a white lady and I don't think they ever talked about this kind of stuff, and I feel like they have a lot of weird problems now in their 50s,
You remind me of the episode of Fresh Prince. I've seen everything, like I've seen it so many times, but there was one episode where one of the aunts of Will Smith's mom's little sister actually dates a white man.
Yeah.
And the entire family is like,
oh, he's so tall.
Yeah, he's so tall.
And Will Smith is like, and he's white.
Yeah, you guys see that he's white, but it's like they got to accept it. But it's like that, like just when you're talking about it, remember of the episode because one of the sisters she could not like accept the fact that he was white, but then she was like, you know what, you love me. Like if you love me, you will love him too because like his color does not determine who he is as a person. Okay, white people did a lot of bad stuff in the future, but to me personally, like growing up in a country where the majority of people are white, like I've learned that not all white people are the same.
They're allies. We have
Exactly.
allies.
Exactly. So to me, it's like we just have to. I'm not saying put it in the past. That's what their ancestors. They're like that, and they're like this. It's not like that. But I'm just saying it's like my thoughts. I just need to stop thinking all white people are the same. Like Russian people and Swedish people, white people are not the same. That's like even like the Dutch and the Greek. They're not the same.
I agree. I think right now, like with our political climate, everyone is just so polarized. Like
people get scared too. People are scared.
And the thing is,
on both sides too.
Exactly.
Like, people are blind on both sides.
Yes.
And that's the thing. racism stems from ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, fear stems from ignorance on both sides, like you said. And so you have these cultures who, they have these facts, they have these, you know, stories, and they take these feelings with it without doing their own education, you know, without having that own communication, you know, without opening room for learning. And so you have these feelings of fear and hatred towards something you don't even know anything about. So like, even though you're doing that hard work of communicating and like, this is exactly how I feel and why, like you said, it'll pay off in the end. Versus keeping quiet and pretending like everything is Gucci and it's not.
It's not. It's like I learned that so much through my relationship with guys. It's like communication is key. Really, no matter if you're an interracial couple or just like a regular couple, I don't know what that even means right now. Regular couple and stuff like that. It's like communication is so fucking key.
Where are you guys right now with men? What's going on?
You can start. I'm single, so I had a boyfriend though, but we broke up because long distance relationship just did not work out.
Yeah.
Which I do get. Like I just didn't get it then. I still don't get it though. I really don't. But it's like I get it for
long
myself.
distance.
Yeah, this like
We're not having sex, so.
No, that's it's like the different like relationship friendship. Sex is a huge part of my life. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so like we were dating for because I met him during my second semester.
In Rio.
In Rio, yeah. So he was an exchange student the second semester. From Ethiopia. Well, ethnically he's Ethiopian, but he grew up like literally everywhere. So like like me, I'm like I'm Tanzanian, but I was born and raised in Norway. But him is like I'm ethnic Ethiopian. But it's like, okay, so where do you grow up? Oh, I don't know. Because he grew up like everywhere. So we met, we had a great time, but it's like he went to internship in Ethiopia, and it just seems like we just were on two different levels when it comes to our future. Like we both wanted the same thing. Like we both wanted the same thing. It's just that before getting to what we wanted, we were just on two different pages. So it was just like, okay, let's just we have to break up. Like I want to be a friend, and it's like I just didn't get it because we didn't have any issues. But I guess we did because the long distance was the issue in our relationship. So I just thought okay, but I didn't realize that until I didn't have any feelings for him. And that's when I went back to my thoughts, like, okay, maybe it's because it was that, because of the long distance. And, sometimes you have to be selfish. And he even told me that, like, right now you need to be more, like, you need to put yourself first. There's nothing wrong, like, taking care of whoever you're dating. But it's like, if you're not happy in a relationship, just break up with that person. Or if it's not that you're not happy, but if it doesn't feel right, though it might hurt the other party, you just break up with them. And it's like that's where I learned a lot. So yeah, but now I'm just having fun. Good. So now I'm just like Latinos are my oh my god. You have to put yourself first. That's how you do it. Honestly, if you can just get that code.
What code?
That code. I don't know what it's called.
The code of this code?
Yes. That is gonna be so
I don't know. I just feel like I just have a different personality. I'm just
That's
like
true.
I just get like attached easily, so I'm just like all or nothing, which is like I
don't
don't even know if that's
fine,
healthy.
too.
I don't know.
That is healthy too.
It is healthy.
Yeah.
And it's very nice.
But that just means you seek a different kind of relationship.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you can find that easily. It's just that I don't think, but it's like guys our age, like they are not there yet. Exactly what you want. So like you just need to go for a guy who at least 26, 25.
I think guys.
26.
I think I read somewhere recently that men on average mature 12 years later than women.
No, it's true.
It makes sense.
Actually.
I think
it's
like
true.
It's continuous and cyclical because parents I feel like they're harder on their daughters. And they're teaching their sons, like, oh yeah, mess with these girls. Oh yeah, get them good. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense,
It's just a culture that's around being a guy.
Of course, it's not all guys. We don't generalize here, but
no. But it's like
it's
the
common.
majority.
It's very common.
And not only just like in Western countries, everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's even worse in third world countries like Brazil. Like that's why I'm like London is your place.
Yeah.
I know she's gonna find someone.
Honestly, I think you need to be talking to older men.
You need
for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I'm not even stressing. I'm not even stressed. No, not 30. Probably
but you
like
might find someone. I'm never say never. Trust me. I know it sounds weird because they're 10 years older, but trust me. Like first of all, my grandparents were like 13 years apart.
Yeah, people in my family are 10 years apart, 10, 15. But that's a different story. No, but I have friends too. Like, I have a friend right now who's talking to a guy who's 29, I think.
Yeah.
And she loves it. Because there are no games involved.
Yeah, and that's what I'm down with.
They're like, I feel like guys in that age have experienced stuff. Like, they're so...
And they're just straightforward. Like, I don't need, like you said, no games, like, no plan. Like, okay, this is what I want. Is that what you want? Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
no?
yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. I think, like, when they turn 25, that's when they start realizing stuff, but they still do what they're doing when they're 20. But it's like, you just have to find the right woman for them to be like, okay, you want to do this, you want to do that, cool, fine. And the more they find those kind of women, that's when they start to grow up.